Good morning, students. In the last lecture of the object-oriented programming, we learned the concept of array. In that concept, array concept, we discussed the different subpoints as how to define a particular array in C++, what are the different types of array present in C++, what are the different advantages of array. These are we already discussed in last lecture. Now in this lecture we start our next point as a strings. Means strings present in C++. First we will see what is the exactly string is. A string is a collection of characters. Means a string is a collection of characters. For example, SIT is one type of string. Polytechnic is another example of string. Hello is also one type of string. Means this example contains a string, means string is a collection of different alphabets or collection of characters. There are two types of strings commonly used in C++ programming language. There are two types of strings available in C++. First one is the strings that are objects of string class. The C++ library string class having different objects. That objects are also the strings. And second one is the C strings, that is also called as C style strings. C style strings are called as character strings. Now we will see the C strings. The C style character string originated within a C language and continues to be supported within C++. Means the C strings, character strings are already originated in C language and it is continuous supports, it provides the continuous supports into the C++ language. This C string is actually a one-dimensional array of characters which is terminated by null character /0. Means a strings are the array of characters. We know the concept of array. Array means a group. A string is nothing but array or the group of characters. An array can have characters as its element. We know that the array having the elements. An array containing a group of characters is called as a character array. Means the array which consists of the different characters as an element form, that array is called as character array. Means the array containing of group of characters, that type of array we call as a character array. For defining any character array or for defining a string, there is one syntax. First one is the data type. That data type is of char, means character. Then we want to specify the array name. Then we want to specify the size of an array, means size of an string. Here by using the equal to operator, we assign here one string. For example, here an array name of type character is declared and initialized with 5 characters using following statement. Here is one sample example is here. In this example, name is an array of character type which will having the size 5. Means here we assign the different 5 characters to the name array. In this example, here 5 characters are assigned as H, E, L, L and O. These 5 characters are assigned to the array name. An array of characters in which the last character is always a null character. In the concept of array of characters, you must know that the last character is always null character. And that null character is represented by /0. This is all about the basic concept of string. String is nothing but the collection of characters. And there are 2 types of string present in C++. First one is the string that are objects of string class. Means C++ library having a string class, and that string class creates different object. That objects are the one type of string. And another one is the C string, means C style string. C style string also called as character strings. The character strings are originally originated in C language, but it is continuously remained in C++. And it also supports the C strings supports to the C++. So C++ uses the C strings concept in object-oriented programming. Next point is the initializing string. In this point, we'll learn how to initialize a particular string in C++. A string in C++ is declared and initialized in the same way as a character array. A string is declared and initialized in the same way of character array. Means the strings, the C++ strings, if we want to initialize a string, then first we will declare that string, and after declaration we assign a characters to the string. The general syntax for initializing a string at the time of declaration is given below. There is one syntax for initializing a string at the declaration time. Means when we declare any string, that time only we also initialize that string. For example, character, here is a data type, we want to specify character, then we want to give here a string name, then we want to give the string size, and by using the equal to operator, we want to assign a different values to the string. For example, if you want to assign a string hello, then for example, character means here character data type is considered, then here is an string name, our string name is greeting, then we want to specify the size for storing the characters in an array, then by using equal to operator I assign the different characters to the string. For example, for the assignment operator, we assign the different character values to an greeting array. Here I assign the hello message or hello characters or hello string to the greeting string. Means here every character is enclosed within a single quote and every element in an array is separated by the comma and values are enclosed within a brackets, curly brackets. And the last alphabet of the string is /0. /0 is a null character and /0 represents a end of the string. Means /0 represents a string. Means hello is a one string. This /0 represents the hello is a one type of string. That string we defined here by using character array. See this example. Here in this figure, the memory representation of the above defined string is shown. Here is an memory address. Here is the array variables, means array elements, and in the top there is an index for that array, and index always starts with the 0. The array string or character array follows the same rules of arrays, basic type of arrays. Means index always begins with 0. Means string's first character is at 0th index. String's second characters is at first index. String's third character is at second index. This is shown in this memory representation. This is one sample program which shows a string, which displays a sample string. See this program. Here we include one header file iostream.h. Next, in the main function, here I define one character array, that is greeting, which having a size 6. And for that array, I assign the characters HELLO. Means here hello string is assigned to the greeting array. And the last element of the string is /0, which denotes the end of the string. Then one output message is displayed, cout greeting message. By using the output statement, a greeting message data is displayed, and after that greeting array is displayed or greeting character array is displayed. So while the above code is compiled and executed, it produces the following output: greeting message : hello, because greeting message, that message is already displayed, and then next our character array is displayed. The character array consists of letters HELLO. This is an sample program for the string, for displaying the string message. Then next point is the manipulating string. Manipulation means doing any operation on the string. For doing any operation on a string, The string.h header file provides the number of predefined functions. By using that predefined functions, we can operate on the C++ strings. There is a set of predefined functions in C++ which are used to manipulate strings in different manners. The C++ provides a set of functions which are going to be used for manipulating strings. The predefined functions which are declared in string.h header file. The string.h header file provides the C++ predefined functions. Let's see these functions one by one. C++ supports a wide range of functions that manipulate the strings. There are n number of functions. By using that functions, we manipulate the string. First one is the strcat function. First function is the strcat. strcat is a function is used to concatenate, means combine two strings with each other, means it appends the second string to the end of the first string. strcat function is mainly used for combining the two strings, means joining the two strings. It combines the second string to the end of the first string. For strcat function is there are two arguments s1 and s2. For strcat function requires two parameters s1 and s2. s1 is a string, s2 is the another string. Here S1 concatenates string S2 onto the end of the string S1. Means here it concatenates string S2. It concatenates string S2 onto the end of the string 1. strcat function is used for joining or to combine the two strings. S1 is the one string, consider S1 is the one string and S2 is the another string. By using strcat function, we combine both of these strings. Here in this case, S2 string is append or joined to the string S1 at the end. Means at the end of string S1, the S2 is or S2 string is appended. Next function is the strcpy. It copies string S2 into the string S1. strcpy function copies the string S2 to the string S1. The general syntax for strcpy function is that strcpy means string copy. There are two function arguments, string S1 and string S2. Here in this case, string S2 is copied into string S1. strcpy is the string copy function. Next one is the strlen function. Means string length function. It returns the length of string. Here in this case, this strlen function returns the length of string S1. strlen function requires only one parameter, only one string. To which string we want to find out the length, that string is passed here. Then strlen function calculates the length of that particular string by using strlen function. Next function is the strcmp function, string compare function. This function is used to compare two strings with each other, either they are equal or not. This function is used for comparing two strings, whether that two strings are equal or not. The general syntax for string compare function is shown here. strcmp, that function requires two parameters, string s1 and string s2. Here it returns 0 if string s1 and s2 are the same. strcmp function returns 0 if the s1 and s2 are the same. If it returns less than 0, if this function returns the value less than 0, then s1 is less than s2. If this function returns the less than 0 value, then the s1 is less than s2. And if it returns the greater than 0 value if s1 is greater than s2. If this function returns a value more than 0, then the s1 string is greater than s2 string. And the last function is strchr function. This function is used to scan a string in a forward direction and looking for the first occurrence of a specific character in a search criteria. Means it returns a pointer to the first occurrence of a character ch in a string s1. Means it returns a pointer to the first occurrence of the string s1. That means this strchr function returns the pointer to the first occurrence of the character ch in a string s1. These are the some string manipulation functions. Other than these 5, there are different string manipulation functions present in C++, such as strcpy. Means strcopy function is used to copy a source string to the destination. Next, strrev means string reverse function is used to reverse a given string. Then strupr means string upper function is used to convert a string from lowercase character to uppercase character. There are also, rather than these 5, other functions are also available in C++ language. In short, in today's lecture, we discussed about the C string. C strings means character string. Means in a C programming language, the collection of characters is stored in the form of array. You know, in the C programming languages, a character array is used for storing a string. This is also supported in C++ programming, hence it is called as C string, because the basic concept is taken out from the C language. The C strings are character array of type character terminated with null character, that is /0. To denoting the end of the string, for denoting the end of the string, we use the /0 character. Then we see how to define a particular C string. By using a character data type, we create a array. Here we want to specify the string name, here we want to specify the size. If you don't know the size, fill it empty. Then by using equal to operator or by using the equal to symbol, you assign any string to the string array. This way we define a C string in C++. There are also alternative methods for defining a string. For example, character str. If you know the size, then you specify the size, and by using the equal to operator, you assign the string to the string variable. Next, or string array. Next one is the character str. You don't know the size of the array, then you specify the string array, character array in this type also. You can also specify the character array this type also. Here is one sample program. In this program, user wants to enter a string, and that enter string is displayed. See this program. The string concept is same as in a C language. See this program and the output. This is all about strings present in C++. Okay, thank you.